This is Francesco Abruzzino with the Uncensored Report. And I wanted to talk a little bit about this lady you see up on the screen, Madonna. She went out on Saturday to the Women's March, and she basically said, look, in a profanity-laden speech, that she is upset. She told this DC crowd that she was very, very upset, and so upset that she wanted to go out and blow up the White House. And yeah, you heard me right. Blow up the White House. That was real intelligent. Now, a lot of people are saying you can't take her literally. Of course you can. I mean, first it's ironic that this lady is so upset about Donald Trump and his treatment of women. Have you seen some of the stuff she's done in the past? I mean, I grew up with this girl. And then she's wearing the Pussy Riot hat, which is really crazy as she sits there and tries to drive home a point. But my point is she's got hundreds of thousands of people that are out there listening to her, that look up to this lady, that may actually follow through with what she wants to be done, what she is upset about. Think about it. And if anybody else would have done this, we would have been paid a call by what they call the Secret Service. They would have been knocking down our door, beating down my door. But not this poor little Madonna. She's just so devastated. She's a little cupcake, a little snowflake over this Trump presidency. Apparently, she's very offended by some things he's said about women. Again, really, if you know Madonna, if you don't, just Google some of the obnoxious sexual things she's done. I don't know if she should be upset about what Donald's done. So the pussy hat craze began as an act of protest, partially in response to the leaked tape with Trump and that Bush character who set him up back in 2005. With the grab them by the pussy. That whole statement. And does anyone else besides myself find it funny that Madonna, of all women, are offended by Trump's words? Words that he said over a decade ago in the gym. Statements like, hey, I've got to go out and blow up the White House. That's just fine. But we need to be offended totally about the statements that he made back in 2005. Now she's saying, well, wait a second. They're taking this whole statement about blowing up the White House out of context. But possibly, isn't that what happened with Donald? He says that whole thing was taken out of context. Maybe he said some vulgar stuff. Maybe people are interpreting it as he actually did assault a sexual woman, which he didn't. And this is the hypocrisy that we're seeing out of this lady's mouth, Madonna. She thought about blowing up the White House. And then yet in the same sentence, she's saying, it's all about love. Let's love, let's love, love, love. Let's go blow up the White House. Let's love, let's love, love, let's love. Let's blow up the White House. Are you kidding me? And that's just the craziness. When you get people like this out there speaking nonsense, and especially her. It doesn't support your cause. It doesn't help your cause. It hurts it, I think. Madonna, did she ever speak about the Obama and the atrocious, Obama's atrocious foreign policy that he had? The guy bombed 7 nations. He was the first president in U.S. history to be at war every single day of his 8 years of the administration. But she didn't have one issue with that. The Material Girl, she didn't have any problem with Hillary Clinton. She's up there fighting for women's rights, yet she had no problem with Hillary taking so much money from the Saudis. Donald Trump didn't take money from the Saudis. Hillary Clinton did. And do you know of some of their atrocious women rights there? Think about it. Look it up. If you don't, women can't even go out without their husband. They can't go out without their little hijab on. But Hillary took $10 million and $25 million different times to the Clinton Foundation. Yet she has no problem with them, and it's all with Donald over some gym talk that was that Bush recorded back in 2005. Or how about the fact that she sat there and said in October that she would give oral sex to anyone that voted for Hillary. Yet she wants to get up there and be the spokesperson for women's rights. Think about it. Now, in regards to blowing up the White House, they said they're going to look into it. Nothing's going to happen because they got to sit there and there's got to be some type of intent. But I think you're getting my gist here. I'm all for, I'm protesting. I'm all for getting better pay, women's rights and all that stuff. But I think you guys need to come up with a better spokesperson than this lady you see on the screen. That's just what I think. What say you? This has been Francesco Abruzzino with the Uncensored Report. Everybody have a great night.